Chief, your name and title for us, please?
It's Larry Satterwhite. I'm the Executive Assistant Chief of the Houston Police Department.
Do you have on here, sir?
All right, so right now we're on a shooting here at Fulton and Quitman. With me today, because it happened close to the school, but not on the school property, is Assistant Chief Rogers, along with Captain Barbosa of the Houston Independent School District. I also have Assistant Chief Cantu over Patrol Region 2. I have Lieutenant Davis, and I have Commander Grayson over Central, and I have Commander Halliday over Major Assaults and Family Violence. So this was a shooting where we have a 16-year-old that was shot. I will start out with the good news is that he has been transported to the hospital, but it is not life-threatening. Shot in the arm is what we have, and not life-threatening. As a matter of fact, our officers administered first aid on the scene, which contributed to his safety, so we appreciate that. We're still sorting this. We don't have a lot of information, but I'll tell you what we do have. At about 12:58, right before 1 o'clock, we had two officers driving southbound, patrolling this area, southbound on Fulton here, coming up to Quitman. When they heard gunshots, they immediately turned around to where they heard the shooting and observed three males right here on the sidewalk off of Fulton, right here near the school. One male was down. One male was running northbound on Fulton in that direction. One male was running southbound on Fulton in the other direction. Our officers split up. One immediately went to the downed victim. The other officer pursued the male that was running southbound and ultimately caught him in the neighborhood about a couple of blocks over and brought him back to the scene. Our officer that attended to the male that was down on the ground, he was shot in the arm. The officer applied a tourniquet and first aid measures, called for an ambulance, which immediately responded and ultimately transported him to the hospital. There was a firearm recovered on the scene, and the other male that went northbound was not captured. We do have some different witness statements. We are still sorting everything. We have video that we're trying to go through. It's not very good, but we think there will be more video in the area. Our investigators are going through this. HPD will handle this scene because it happened not on the school property, but HISD will be in support of us. The male that was shot is a student here at Northside High School. He's 16 years old. The male we have in custody at the moment, not knowing what his involvement specifically is, but we do have him. We're still interviewing him. He attends another HISD school according to his statement. We have not verified that yet. And with that, we really don't have a whole lot more. I will tell you that we have no indication of any threat to this school or any other school. I know both schools went into lockdown, which is their protocol, but we have no indication of any threat to the schools or any of the students. Just want to share that with the parents. I know they're concerned anytime something like this happens so close to the school. Right now, we feel pretty good, and well, obviously we're going to be out here for a while, but again, no threat at this time. Obviously, we always call out to the public because we are still gathering information. Anybody that knows anything, please call. They can call the 884-3131 number. They can, and of course, 222-3131 tips, the tips line. Anyway, if you want to remain anonymous, we really need the public's help in trying to sort out exactly what happened here. And if there's another suspect we don't know about, obviously we want to know about that so that we can make sure that that person is brought into custody. So with that, we do have a Spanish translation, Chief Cantu, and so I'm going to let her do that, and then we can go to questions. I'm so sorry, Chief Rogers. You also want to hear from Chief Rogers. Go ahead.
Chief, can you give us your name and title, please?
Assistant Chief Lucretia Rogers. And I just would actually just to say that the school actually immediately went into lockdown and the students are safe. We immediately rendered aid, and again, student safety is our top priority. Again, all the students are safe. We actually put the schools on lockdown for precautionary purposes, and they're still in secure mode right now. As soon as we wrap up the scene, and school should be dismissing pretty soon here, so we'll be wrapping up that scene and get the students out to the parents.
Soy Patricia Cantú, asistente jefe de policía de Houston. Estamos aquí en la esquina de Fulton Equipment. Antes de la 1, como las 12:58, había oficiales que estaban patrullando esta calle, yendo al sur. Inmediatamente oyeron 3 balazos. Se hicieron la U y encontraron un niño en el acero, un joven en el acero, en el piso, y un joven que corrió sur y uno que corrió el norte. El que corrió el sur, el oficial lo pescó y lo regresó y está ahorita en la patrulla. El otro que no encontramos corrió norte, pero el joven que tiene 16 años es estudiante de esta escuela y en este momento está en condición estable. No hay riesgo en este momento a la escuela o ni otras escuelas. En este momento las escuelas están cerradas, pero están seguras y pueden mover adentro de la escuela. Estamos pidiendo la ayuda si alguien pasó por aquí. Tenemos testigos. Estamos en este momento investigando, buscando videos en caso que se puede ver lo que ocurrió, porque en este momento no tenemos mucha información. Los detalles que nos está diciendo el joven que está herido, es diferente que el que está en la patrulla. En este momento le estamos pidiendo a nuestra comunidad, si pasaron, tienen alguna información, que llamen al 713-884-3131. ¿Tenemos unas preguntas?
Sí, ¿se sabe qué estaba haciendo este joven? Si estaba en la escuela, si era un estudiante, ¿qué estaba haciendo este joven afuera?
Todavía no sabemos esto, pero no estaban adentro de la escuela, estaban afuera y nosotros vamos a investigar esto.
¿Sabemos algo de qué pudo causar la discusión, el conflicto para que derivara en un tiroteo?
No sabemos eso. Nosotros sí sabemos que había 2 armas y uno lo recuperamos. Pero todo.
English? I'm sorry.
Oh, he'll answer in English. But yes. ¿Esto en español?
¿Quién tenía las armas de fuego?
Parece en este momento no sabemos exactamente de quién son. Chief Satterwhite?
Any questions for Chief Satterwhite?
How many, were any weapons recovered?
Yes, one firearm was recovered. Yes, on the scene.
So we have one person?
We have 1 detained. We have 1 at the hospital. And the third one that our officer saw was not taken into custody. He went northbound, and we don't know where he went.
Okay.
That's why we're counting on the public to help us out with all of that.
And what's the age of the person detained?
We are still verifying that teenager.
And then are the suspects we're looking for a teenager as well?
We believe so, but we don't know for a fact. He was seen at a distance, so we really can't tell for sure.
Do we know what they were doing outside school? If they were?
We don't know. So like I said, they were on the sidewalk, moving southbound or walking in that direction towards Quitman is really all we know at this time.
Was the
For sure.
16-year-old armed?
Pardon?
Was the 16-year-old armed?
We don't know that. We recovered a firearm at the scene, but we don't know who had the gun, and we do not know who did the shooting. We know that he was shot, but we still don't know who was responsible for that.
Anything else recovered at the scene? Anything that could give you guys clues to what was?
No, the firearm is obviously very important. We obviously involved. We'll be doing all the things that we do. We'll be testing for any kind of evidence on the firearm. We'll be continuing to canvass the area, doing investigations. Like I said, I have Commander Halliday behind me. He's over major assaults, family violence. His team will be involved. I got Commander Grayson behind me for Central. Their team will be involved. We'll do everything we can to figure out what happened and bring this to closure for everybody.
Chief, how lucky was this team that an officer was here and was able to apply?
That it makes all the difference. They were we're very fortunate that they were, they're also out here patrolling the neighborhood, trying to keep everybody safe, and they just happened to be in a place where they could immediately render aid, and that was huge. It really was. Very fortunate. We're very thankful for that.
Any questions for Assistant Chief Rogers of HISD?
Yes.
Is there any cameras that might have captured this incident that could possibly help? I see a few there in the parking lot, and I know it happened out this way.
We're still looking for cameras right now, so I don't have that information to share with you right now.
Any other questions? Thank you, Chief.